All right, hi everybody. This is just the next video on what you're going to be working on next. So just to review a couple things, I'm going to start marking the first discussion on February 28th. If you have not had a chance to participate in that, and I see I do have a few, make sure that you get that post done and that you're responding to other people prior to the 28th when I start marking. I might allow a couple of late submissions after that. However, the marks will be marked down because of that. So the other thing to look at is the second discussion. I haven't put a final date on that one yet, but I see a lot of people are participating really well in that one. You will see a lot of overlap in your responses to that one, and that's fine. What I'm seeing so far is looking really good for the second discussion. Okay, next thing I wanted to remind you of, if your name is sort of still in black writing instead of in the highlighted blue, then you have not shared with me your e-portfolio where you're keeping all your course files. The issue with not doing that is I cannot comment on your documents in the way that I want to unless you share them with me there. So make sure that you share those folders with me, Kayla, Nicole, Keith, Chris, Michael, and if you need help with that, contact me. And I will help you figure that out. So where you're at for the next thing that we need to do is in activity 2, we're down to this writing an information paragraph draft. So you're going to open up this file. This file needs to be added to our ePortfolio shared on the homepage, not the direct link here. And you're also going to submit your work to the Dropbox at the end of this one. So what does that look like? Let's go over here. So you've already finished your jot note assignment, and that's what you're going to be writing your information paragraph based on. So when you go back into your portfolio, so I'm going to use Laura. I'm always using her as an example. So Laura, I clicked on her portfolio. She's got all her nice files here. And then I opened up her jot notes assignment and she's got all of her information there. So you're going to copy and paste back over your information from your original document into this new document. You should go back and watch the video one or two more times and think about if you can add anything else into your notes as you're starting to sort this out. So what do you need to do for the information paragraph? So in the discussion, you guys have talked about what the criteria is for a good information paragraph. So that should help you to write this assignment as well. So what's the purpose? The purpose of an information paragraph in general is to inform a reader about the message of the video home in this case. So you're going to submit a rough draft to the Dropbox to me, but I'm going to give you comments via your Google Drive folder just because it's a nicer way to get it. And I think you do have to do some edits on it later. So what I would do, there's a little checklist here that's going to help you make sure that you meet all the criteria of the paragraph. So make sure that you've taken notes on at least 4 points that can be grouped together, and think about a main idea, one specific aspect of the topic. So when you're doing this, you're going to write incomplete sentences. You're going to have a topic sentence that clearly states the main idea. So that could be something like, the purpose of the video home was to da da da, and you tell me what it would be, and then you need to come up with your 3 points that support that. So you might give an example. The first example that happened in the video was blah blah blah. A second example that happened in the video was da da da. So you're going to try to support what you're saying by grabbing 3 to 5 supporting details that support the fact that you think this is the main idea of the video. So you're going to think about putting them in the best order. So which piece of information is sort of the best example of what you think the main idea is, and that would go first. And then you're also going to make sure that you have a concluding sentence. So remember, a lot of times your topic sentence and your concluding sentence are fairly similar, and that's okay. There should be slight differences, but they will kind of read fairly close to each other, and that's okay. So make sure, I noticed a few of you, even though you're in Google Docs, things will come up and they'll be like blue and underlined. And some of you aren't actually clicking on and making the edits that are being suggested to you. So take your time with that too, because some of your work can be bumped up just by paying attention to those highlights and squiggly lines and all those things. Another thing to do, some of you, and I'm guilty of this one too, tend to have a lot of run-on sentences. So what I mean by a run-on sentence is it goes on for too long. You could, what's an example? So I do it all the time, but if you play the paragraph back, then you tend to notice those natural pauses. Or if you read it back out loud, you're going to notice where you run out of breath. So if you wanted to play it back, you can use your little read and write tool that's up at the top, as long as you're signed in to the Chrome browser as your Hastings username. And probably some of those of you that are out of board will have this as well. But you should be able to just highlight your paragraph.
Places my supporting details in the best order summarized.
And then play it back to yourself, and you'll notice if your paragraph just goes and goes and goes, and that if you need to make some stops. So same thing, if you read it out loud to yourself, you're going to notice that as well. Where you run out of breath, you probably need to finish your thought and make a new sentence. Okay, so I didn't mean to keep that highlighted. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you're going to do the rough draft of your information paragraph by using the points that you've come up with, the support from the video. I would suggest watching the video once or twice more, adding to your jot notes that you've copy and pasted over, and then go through your checklist and make sure that you're following through with that okay. Once you're done, I'm going to open up. Oh, sorry, wrong spot. I'm going to open up the Dropbox for this assignment. And so you'll see a third Dropbox open up here. And let's just have a quick look, because the criteria that I'm going to be marking you on will be in here as well. So let's look. Okay, so here's our rubric. So what are the things that I'm looking for? Either it's incomplete, it's the next step, you need to put some more effort into it, or it's successfully completed. So I've taken notes on at least 4 key points that can be grouped together. So that's going to be in your jot notes. I've used a unifying main idea about one specific aspect of my topic. So how have you linked all those ideas together? I've written my paragraph in complete sentences. I've written a topic sentence that clearly states the main idea about the topic, 3 to 5 supporting details. I've placed my details in the best order. I've summarized my main idea in my concluding sentence. So remember, I said that this sentence, as well as your topic sentence, will sound fairly close together. Okay, so I've organized my ideas to clearly help my reader follow and understand the information paragraph. I've used linking words. I've presented my facts and information. I've conveyed effective tone. So remember, it's a formal writing piece. Some people are still using short forms or talking to me in assignments like you would talk in a text. So just make sure that you reread your paragraph over for that. And, I don't know that we need to have a title. I guess you could put a title. Yeah, it could just be information paragraph home. Okay, so you'll get a rank of 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then there's another badge code that will come out for this one. So I will open those things up as soon as I post the video, and you'll have the next couple days to work on this. If you're struggling at all, just reach out to me with your questions.